If you are looking to start a new training program, either as a beginner or just switching from what you're doing currently, and I think there are 3 things that you need to consider in terms of the quality of the program or the quality of the coach. You need to get a balance between these 3 things, which I'll discuss. Too far one way, and it can take away from the other characteristics, the other things you should be looking for, and lead to dissatisfaction, not getting results, and eventually quitting, okay? So it's really important to strike a balance between these 3 things. So the first one is that the training obviously has to be enjoyable, all right? If you hate going to training, then you're probably not going to stick to it long term. Makes sense. Notice I didn't put fun, okay? Because you need to enjoy the type of training, but it's not necessarily fun, all right? The roller coaster is fun. Having a few drinks is fun, right? But the training needs to be a style that you find enjoyable, okay? Some people like powerlifting. Sweet, all right? Some people like CrossFit. Some people like Olympic weightlifting. Some people like bodybuilding, all right? They find that style enjoyable. They don't particularly want to do the other styles. They don't think it would be enjoyable. So they're probably not going to stick to those other styles. Maybe, maybe not, who knows? But you've just got to find it enjoyable, right? That's the first one, simple. Has to be challenging, okay? We do training because it's challenging, okay? If it was easy, then we'd get over it pretty quick, okay? So obviously it has to be challenging. But if it's too challenging, then it's probably not going to be enjoyable, right? If it's too enjoyable, it may not be very challenging, okay? So we need to find that balance between the 2 of those things. Final one, sounds very similar, progression, okay? Progression and challenging sound similar. However, things can seem challenging, right? You can get sweat on, you're short of breath. Oh, that's pretty hard, but it doesn't mean you're necessarily progressing in any way, okay? This, I think, is the thing that a lot of coaches and a lot of training styles miss at the moment, especially with the high intensity training trend, the boot camp style training, that's the trend. We kind of miss this because we measure progression through fat loss. That's not a bad way to measure, by the way, but it's not the only way to measure. And often that will plateau, especially after the initial fat loss results, you tend to plateau. So then how do you measure progression? Super hard to progress any further when the weights are light and the rest periods are really short, okay? So you need to continue progressing. Just because it's challenging doesn't mean you'll progress, all right? These, I believe, are the 3 things that you need to balance. Too far one way, and it can take away from the others, and mean that you get over it and you want to quit, okay? The final one is community. A lot of people will say that community is essential. However, people do one-on-one training and absolutely love it because they hit these 3 things. It's enjoyable, it's challenging, and they progress, okay? So in that sense, I don't think, my call is that one-on-one isn't a community, okay? That's the way I define it anyway. Also, you can have these, you can have an awesome community, but miss these 3 things, and I believe that most people would quit, okay? Awesome group of people to hang around, but you're not progressing, right? It's like community and enjoyable are probably linked, but it's not challenging, right? Remember, you're paying for your training, right? To go to a place that has a good community but may not be challenging in progression, it's probably called work. You get paid for that, right? You're not paying for it. So community is very important if these 3 things are in place, okay? But even still, one-on-one, these 3 things are in place and people love the training. So that's why I believe these 3 things are the most important. If you are looking to start training, you're a beginner, if you're looking to get back into it, or you just want to do the old switcheroo, switch up, right? DM, comment below, find out more about peak strength and nutrition training, because I really do think about these 3 things on a regular basis, all right? How can I make it enjoyable? How can I make it challenging? How can I progress the clients in more than just fat loss, okay? Strength, flexibility, mobility, right? And trying to develop an awesome community of like-minded people. So if you would like to find out more, DM, comment below. If you're off somewhere in the world and you're thinking about training, consider these 3 things. The best way to find out is just to test, all right? That's the only way you can do it, just test. Like I said, if you want to test peak strength and nutrition, I can show you how we attack those 3 things so that you're getting results, you're happy, and you're going to stick to your training long term.